I think the big picture piece is that we're really on the cusp of a cut sheet inkjet color revolution. And in that marketplace, basically, there are color electrophotographic products, which are mostly cut sheet, and then there are continuous feed or roll-fed inkjet products. And there's been a huge success in that continuous feed inkjet marketplace, led by products like Canon OSAs, Jetstream, and ColorStream. But the same kind of revolution hasn't happened on the cut sheet side, and Niagara is a product that could really make that happen.
The world of commercial print is changing. Why? Because the requirements of their customers are changing. In addition to print, many new services are and will be provided by those commercial printers. For print, we see a major change as well. Run lengths are shortening, whether that be analog or digital.
We have a lot of customers that are Fortune 500s that maybe only have, perhaps on a daily basis, 1,000 to 20,000 piece needs on a daily basis, but yet every day they're doing various orders of different frequencies, and it's all completely on demand.
The production color digital marketplace is already very huge, so 310 billion impressions or so in 2012. Now we do expect to see that grow to around 720 billion in 2017, and yet that marketplace has mostly been toner impressions. By 2017, there'll be more inkjet ones than toner, and it has been the continuous feed products that have made the biggest impact, but there's a big opportunity for color inkjet devices to take some of those impressions.
We are seeing things that are migrating from what previously was a web job into being a digital full variable content offering.
There's a transition from monochrome to color. The customers require faster turnaround times. Instead of 3 to 5 days, it needs to be within 24 hours, any place in the United States.
Color continuous feed inkjet systems have been very successful, mainly in 3 applications, so direct mail, books, and transaction. But the reason they've been successful there isn't because they're as cheap as offset presses, it's because they can do things that offset presses can't do. Those kinds of things include the ability to do forms replacement, so transaction and direct mail, that's really important. But the ability to do just-in-time manufacturing for the book market, that's really key. And then what we would call mass customization in direct mail types of applications is really important as well. The ability to go from white paper in to full color out, that's tremendous.
So all of those requirements ask for the right tooling at the right place. Niagara, as a cornerstone print business, can fulfill that role.
That's the future of the industry. It's been a long time coming.
By bringing in a cut sheet device, you do open up new applications and you make it much more appealing to commercial printers.
Our clients, who are national clients, have terrific databases full of knowledge on their individual prospects or clients. They've always had that, and they've been able to target their messages, but they've been doing it in black. There's been a concept that if they could use color to target, they would raise their ROI. But there really wasn't technology in the industry that would make that cost effective. So that world always existed, that concept existed. It couldn't get tested out truly until you had equipment and manufacturers who could execute. Today, in the last year and a half, 2 years, you have this need. Now we have the technology.
And I think what Canon has really done well in figuring out is identifying that finishing and workflow is very important. So the ability to link up with existing finishing connections from other devices like the VariaPrint 6000 series. For example, the paper feed and the paper finishing and the other components that are integrated into that. That opens up whole opportunities immediately. And then there's also the Prisma workflow. Prisma is important because the workflow piece of this the imposition, the ability to set up jobs in queues, the ability to have job tickets and that information transferred throughout the process is an underlying foundation of digital print. The advantages of the Prisma workflow combined with a high-speed cut sheet inkjet device opens up opportunities that just haven't been accessible with existing electrophotographic devices.
At the start of the development of the Niagara, we have had many interactions and discussions with our customers. What we learned is that instead of a larger sheet size, customers actually were looking for a smarter sheet size. That's called the B3 sheet size. With that sheet size, we're able to automate the whole print job from input all the way out to finished product. And that saves a lot of manual interventions, and ultimately that's very efficient for our customers. The machine is capable of printing on media between 60 and 300 grams per square meter.
We are the worldwide leader in inkjet technologies throughout the globe. There are more Canon inkjet devices than any other device on the planet, and as a result, we have to take the initiative to show leadership for our customers and for the industry. That's why we came up with the Media and Solutions Lab, and I could tell you it is currently solving a whole series of challenges that we never thought were going to be able to be fixed prior to this lab, and it's this leadership that is propelling Canon toward a very bright future.
We have been looking for ink which allowed us to print on a wide variety of substrates. To be precise, both coated and uncoated media. We weren't able to find that anywhere in the marketplace, so we've taken on the challenge to create our own inks. So we find a formulation of the ink which allows Canon to print with the Niagara on both offset coated and uncoated materials.
So through the Media Lab, we know that we're going to enable creativity not just now, but for years and years ahead as inkjet becomes market dominant for printing technologies used throughout the US.
What's happened in the marketplace is that there have been a few inkjet offerings, but they haven't been of the scale and scope that would allow 300 images per minute or millions of impressions per month, or the ability to do black and white, low coverage color, and color pages all cost effectively in the same device. That's a pretty strong pitch that I think commercial print service providers will look at and say, yeah, I can understand why that has a place in my shop.
We talk about total cost of operation. What is total cost of operation? It includes the hardware, of course. It includes the maintenance. It includes consumables. It includes substrates, media. It includes also operator time. Now, with all the benchmarks we did, with all the discussions we had with our key customers, we found that when we look at total cost of ownership, and whether you compare that to traditional technologies, analog technologies, or currently available digital technologies in the market, this Niagara technology will gain substantial savings on the total cost of ownership. Substantial.
When you look at Canon, say from 10 years ago to now, there's been a tremendous evolution. And it's why I think that there is a cut sheet inkjet revolution imminent, and that it will be achieved through products like Niagara that take that B3 format and integrate into it the workflow, the ability to draw from multiple drawers, duplex, inline finishing, all connections that make digital print really valuable in the long run.
So we're very excited about where this goes, because that's the future. The future is an on-demand world, but an on-demand world that you can do high personalization, customization with graphic arts quality. We think that's a game over application.